Wrestling Midas touch. DC going to be calling the action alongside Joey Styles.
Hey, RM.
Good introduction.
Thank you very much. I've done some ring announcing when I was younger, and thank you for making me sprint all the way up the steps to do play-by-play.
I had to do it 13 times today. I was running music.
You didn't sprint. I just sprinted.
I waddled.
I bounded up the steps.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Now, this should be very interesting because John Silver is usually stronger than his opponents, and I just don't think that's the case against Big Michael Elgin.
It's going to be interesting to see how this one unfolds. Both of them are somewhat similar, at least in height, so I don't know if anybody has a decided leverage advantage.
Well, Elgin comes in at about 5'11". Silver is 5'7", and I'm being nice because I'm 5'7". I don't think that really matters. Like, to your point, it matters in terms of leverage. I don't think that Silver wants to lock up too many times like this.
You'd be surprised, though, the explosiveness of John Silver. So what has really propelled him in popularity here in Beyond Wrestling. I mean, honestly, the start of the year, he said, you know what, I think that I should be doing better, because he was doing a lot of comedy tag team stuff, and he's like, I think I have a lot more that I can contribute to this organization. I love nothing more than giving the wrestlers the rope to hang themselves with, and he had a match with Leo Rush that stole the show on a day where we had a doubleheader, so probably 20 matches, which is no easy feat, and I mean, it's been off to the races since then with John Silver. I don't know if you noticed this, Joey, but we don't have titles here in Beyond Wrestling, so the fact that this is John Silver's first main event, I mean, you know, it's really about bragging rights.
Hey, let's be honest. I would say being in the main event is more important than having a title, and I know that's going to anger a lot of fans who listen to this DVD. I'm going to get a lot of negative feedback, and I don't care.
I mean, I have a tendency to agree with you, which is why we haven't introduced a championship to Beyond Wrestling. I think it's awesome that you have somebody like John Silver, who's had an unbelievable year, that he can be rewarded with the main event.
Whoa!
A main event caliber match like the one against Big Michael Elgin, we're seeing unfold right here. Because if you don't put your champion on last, you'll never hear the end of it. And I like that our guys aren't here every month. I like that they use Beyond Wrestling as a platform to expand their horizon, to earn more bookings, to earn more money, to get closer to being a full-time wrestler as a living.
Boy, I appreciate your transparency and honesty. That's very rare in the wrestling business. I like the way you run this ship, Captain DC.
I mean, we've got 3 of our top wrestlers. Well, JT Dunn, he's gone as of the last show, but I mean, David Starr and Chris Hero right now, 2 of the top guys in Beyond Wrestling, but they're competing in WXW. I mean, international opportunities like that don't come around too often. So, you know, it's nothing where I harbor no ill will towards any of the wrestlers that can use Beyond Wrestling as a means to get a better opportunity. So hopefully that's what this turns into for John Silver. Win, lose, or draw, hopefully he can open some eyes with a competitive match against Michael Elgin.
And that's what you were talking about, that test of strength. Again, the height disadvantage of 4 inches. John Silver shouldn't even get involved in that. This is fine if you want to try to trade blows with your opponent. In fact, it's easier to punch up than it is to punch down. But anything that involves leverage and exploits the height advantage, wow.
Michael Elgin's arms look like John Silver's legs. But got underneath him with that flapjack, and now I think Silver's looking to tee off.
Yeah, true enough, but John Silver has much less body fat. He's a lot leaner, and the longer this matchup goes, the better it's going to be for John Silver, who is not carrying 270 pounds. He's carrying about 180 pounds.
Elgin's kind of a freak, though. He does cardio every morning when he wakes up for at least an hour, in addition to all of his weightlifting.
Cover.
Normally I'd agree with you, but I almost wonder if this might be the exception. The one thing that could be hurting Elgin is that he keeps a busier schedule than John Silver. Silver's still really trying to build a name for himself. I mean, Michael Elgin, he was just a former New Japan Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, former Ring of Honor champion as well.
I mean, he was competing for that top prize just a couple days ago. I don't know if John Silver had a booking Friday. He might have had a little bit more time to rest up and prepare for this match.
Yeah, and to your point, is that good or bad in this business? Good Lord, I know that's bad. There is no debate that getting kicked in the back of the head by a man with the size, legs of Mike Elgin is bad. Bang! Cover, 2 count only on the Death Valley driver.
Well, for a normal wrestler, I would say that it probably is a disadvantage keeping up a schedule like that because, you know, ultimately your body's going to break down. But this is unbreakable, Michael Elgin. Big Mike. So maybe he's the exception to the rule.
I'm going to assume that the very unoriginal nickname, Big Mike, was thought up by my friend Steve Carino. Sounds like a Carino classic. It's all like, ooh, good Lord! That hurt me.
course, this is Michael Elgin's first match in a Beyond Wrestling ring in over 2 years. Michael Elgin.
What'd you do to piss him off?
Didn't offer him enough money, I guess. He got signed to an exclusive deal, but now that he's got a contract with New Japan, he's able to take limited independent dates, and we're lucky enough to have him in the house for this match against John Silver. I think the last time they competed, they were telling me, was about 4 years ago in Canada for a promotion called Alpha One Wrestling, which I believe is run by your friend Ethan Page.
Oh, God, Ethan Page. Anyway, if I were John Silver, this is what I would do. I would stick and move and try to create distance. He needs to create distance between himself and Michael Elgin. Stick and move.
Well, he's moving right there, but not in his own volition. It's Michael Elgin that's moving him, throwing him into the ropes and kicking him in the head.
Yeah, see, Silver just needs to be elusive and abusive. That's a fancy way of saying stick and move. Elgin, on the other hand, wants to keep his hands and keep John Silver within arm's length at all time because, frankly, at will, he can toss around John Silver. Not that John Silver's not a strong guy, but again, it's only 190 pounds, which means nothing to a guy as strong as,
one chop took him off his feet. Yeah, I think Big Mike's just getting started. I mean, this guy's kind of... he's kind of an anomaly, you know?
Well, I've seen Big Mike on TV for years, and television just doesn't do him justice. When you see him in person and see how thick and muscled he is, it really is freakish. And just look at this power.
And now with one hand!
Are you kidding me? Michael Elgin is a monster, and he's not going to get a win on that, but it sure is embarrassing. Oh, wow.
Elgin's going to be careful here.
Well, it's great that you don't have seats and fans can stand up.
I don't know if he's used to this kind of applause from the Japanese crowd.
Like I was saying, it's great that fans get so close to the ring, but you got to be careful about running your mouth then, because there's no guardrail protecting you. Wow. Nice reversal. It's too much body weight again. Silver tucked his head and, no. Big Mike thinking pile driver, and John Silver would have gone from 5'7" to 4'11".
Silver's going to do his best.
Silver's going to get on his horse and start moving.
It's been a pretty one-sided affair since the get-go.
Well, that's because John Silver has chosen to try to match power with Michael Elgin, and maybe he can in a gym, but that's not the same as body weight.
Maybe tired him out right there, staying one step ahead.
That's what he needs to do.
Took him down with that standing sliced bread, but he might hurt his knee in the process. He's really favoring that knee right now instead of going for the pin.
Well, if Silva hurt his knee, this matchup is all but over because that's his only advantage is speed and quickness over Mike Elgin. And if he can't move quickly, he's going to get caught and he's going to get squashed. I like this announcing setup. We're up in the balcony, we're standing up, we're leaning over the rail. There's a good chance I could take a header down into the audio video.
Yeah, land on Palladino. Let's break another soundboard. Silver doing his best to mount a comeback, but it's a big mistake, you know? Again, he's so used to being the strongest guy. He's trying to take a play out of his regular playbook. This isn't a regular opponent.
Well, you know what?
Oh, but the Irish whip didn't work, but the Beal did.
John Silver is not a rookie, and he should know better. If power wrestling is not going to work, you should have come in here knowing that. You shouldn't find that out in the middle of a matchup.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but again, he just lacks the experience that somebody like Michael Elgin has, so. That's one thing we haven't seen Elgin throw is a kick like that.
You see, and that's what I'm talking about. Those kicks by John Silver, strikes, very smart. Trying to put 270 pounds on your back just to show off how strong you are, all you're doing is expending energy unnecessarily. There's no reason for it.
I think we're going to hashtag Big John chant in the house right now. That could be the intangible in this match. If he has the support of the fans, when he needs to dig deep, he can feed off their energy.
Oh, you're being kinder to the fans than I would. Who cares?
Elgin reaching for those ropes. Ooh. Took him down with an elbow instead.
Damn near boxed the ear.
Still favoring that chest. I mean, this guy's built like a tank, though. It's like, you don't think those kicks could even put a chink in his armor?
No, I don't. I think if you aim higher and hit him in the face, though.
Maybe that's Silver's best strategy. Just find his opener and try and knock out Big Mike.
Beautiful overhead, belly-to-belly, high-collar suplex by Big Mike. Shades of Taz. I think I'm having flashbacks. Man, Silver has got to get away from Michael Elgin.
Elgin might be looking for a stalling suplex.
Nice go behind, but what are you going to do with it, John?
Man, this is really Elgin's match to lose at this point. Silver is struggling.
Elgin is beating John Silver to the punch every time.
Falcon Arrow not even looking for the pin. Oh, he could have been wasting valuable time right there, though.
And not hooking the leg.
He decided to switch up the pin. You would have thought from that position he would have tried to hook the leg, but...
Well, Elgin could have perhaps gone for the pinfall right from the position he landed in from the Falcon Arrow. Instead, went for a side press, and that may have been the difference between a 2 count and a 3 count.
Fans coming alive once again.
You've got great fans, by the way, DC. I love these Beyond Wrestling fans.
Oh, the energy's so great at the shows, isn't it?
I'm having a blast.
I mean, this is what, like a 5-hour marathon? Like, this is match number 13 that we've been taping?
No problem.
4 o'clock. You wouldn't even know. I mean,
it's like a party. Your fans are like they just got here. Except they've been drinking. There's some slurring chants going on. I think. The guy in the corner here is kind of leaning up against the wall. It's all right. We'll get him a driver. We'll call Uber.
Oh!
Oh, jeez!
No. So, see, you can knock somebody out like that. I don't know if Elgin wants to cross that line right in the back of the neck. It's like the off button. You can just shut him down like a computer.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus.
Right where the neck and spine meet the base of the skull.
Silver's trying to apply a submission, but look at the size of Elgin's arm. How much strength does he have left to keep this hold applied? I mean, to wrench back at an opponent 270 pounds, even if you're using his own arm against him, that's so much strength that's required. And see, now he's given up on the hold in favor of landing knees, and now he's looking for that knockout. This was the position he was looking for to land that knockout. I don't think that Elgin's going to tap out, but the referee goes to check to see if he's conscious. Oh.
Wait a minute, he is, and his shoulders are down.
Silver had to give up the hold in order to avoid being pinned to the mat.
Oh, man. There you go, Silver. Stick and move. But again, see, Silver's not going to overpower Elgin, and he's trying to do it. To your point, that may be all he knows. And there's very few guys he can't overpower, but Mike Elgin's one of them.
But going to the ears, no, that's the type of thing. Doesn't matter how many hours you spend in a gym. If you can bust your opponent's eardrum, you're going to knock their equilibrium off balance. It's going to make it very hard for them to find their footing. And I mean, you know, is that a line that he wants to cross? How badly does he want to win? I mean, a busted eardrum, you're going to be sending somebody to the hospital. That could be permanent damage for the rest of their life.
Hey, you know what? The rule book is the rule book. If it's legal to strike somebody in the ear, if it's legal to strike somebody in the back of the neck, then do it. If it wins you a match, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Elgin doing the best to brace his fall from the second rope. Silver, I think, is going to be more acclimated from this position. What's he going to do to take down Elgin, though? Oh, nothing. He's going to get taken down himself.
Boy, and John Silver was all stacked up, and I give him all the credit in the world for finding a way to kick out with 270 pounds of Big Mike on top of him.
Elgin's got a hold of the back of the head. Silver's lucky he's not deciding to drop any knees, because that would be it.
Yeah, especially from that position, that much weight from the top position.
That's not like getting hit with a baseball bat. That's like getting hit with a telephone pole. Up on the shoulders.
Nice
Silver
escape.
finding his way to his feet.
There you go. Trip up the big man.
Oh! There's Knockout City, a shot to the back of the head.
Beautiful release German suplex. Look out behind you, John. Big Mike is up.
Oh.
German suplex the other way. Now John Silver now. Then he wants to match German suplexes with Mike Elgin. Oh, no release. Elgin now hanging on to John Silver.
And Silver hanging on to the back of his head. Oh. It's not a good noise. Your body's not supposed to make that noise.
It's actually smart if Silver can keep his hand behind the back of his neck as he's being suplexed, quite frankly. And that's exactly what Silver's doing. He's protecting the back of his head with his hand. That's very smart. You don't see that very often. And it's so simple, so basic, and so smart. Cushion the blow of the back of your head using your hand.
Ref's checking on him, though. He's going to be on Dream Street at this point. He knows he's by the ropes. I don't know if he has any clue where Michael Elgin is. I mean, when your brains are getting scrambled, how are you going to plan your next course of action?
Yeah,
it's
but
just
Michael
survive at this
Elgin,
point.
Michael Elgin took quite a few German suplexes himself. Clutching the back of his head, doesn't look any too happy for it either. That's what you needed to. Oh, back to the German. Wow, snap German suplex.
Oh!
Beautiful side kick connects.
Echoing off the walls here, Arts at the armory.
Cover 2-0. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl, sit-out power bomb. Great strength by John Silver at this point in the match to have that much gas in the tank, but how much did it take out of Silver to pick up the 270 pounds of Big Mike?
Well, I was just going to say, Silver's knocked off a number of opponents this year with that move. However, typically when he does it, he's able to get more of a folding press. The size difference of Michael Elgin compared to the guys that he's used to wrestling, that's the difference right there. An impressive show of strength, but how much did it take out of him to hoist 270 pounds on his shoulder, spin it around, drop it down? He could not get the coverage he needed on the pin. And I do not like that this match is leaving the ring once again.
No, this is very dangerous, especially you've got wooden floors here. There's no state athletic commission mandating mats. It's just a hardwood floor. We've seen lots of men and women hit that hardwood earlier tonight. And with a guy as big as Mike, you might have to replace a floor.
Uh-oh, I think that Silver was winding up.
Jeez.
And now he's down for the count.
And of course, the hardest part of the ring, where it's reinforced, it's simple physics around the edges.
And Elgin just drove him head first, too.
Yep, that's where the wood sits on top of the steel beams that a wrestling ring is made of. There's no give whatsoever. And to your point, these great Beyond Wrestling fans are still in this matchup 5 hours into this show.
Gotta think we're gotta be getting close to the end with a Big Mike victory. And now he's gonna try and pull Silver from outside of the ring into the ring.
Come on. No, come on, no stuff, guys. Bring it in the ring.
Wow. Deadlift, sit out, suplex.
1, 2, 3.
No!
What?
And
People are freaking out ringside.
Big Mike is now incredulous Mike. And he joins incredulous Joey and incredulous DC and the incredulous Beyond Wrestling fans. How in the world did John Silver kick out?
Keep your hands off the ref, though, or incredulous Mike is going to be disqualified, Mike, and we'd hate to end a show.
Oh, I like that. That was good. That was very
Hate to end a show like that, you know? Mike
very quick-witted, DC. I like working with you. Where were you 20 years ago?
Thank you.
I mean, I didn't have to call those matches alone. What a nice front kick and a side kick.
Jeez.
That's it.
God.
Keep using the feet, John Silver.
Say what you want about the fans, but sometimes I think they do a better job than us.
Speak for yourself, DC. I'm pretty good at this. No, in all seriousness, the reason that John Silver got the better of that exchange is that he was kicking and Michael Elgin was punching, and the weakest kick is worse than the strongest punch. There's just more body weight behind it. There's torque. You just can't get that much power behind a punch compared to a kick. I don't care if you're a professional fighter.
Great insight as both these men. I mean, it's a virtual stalemate at this point.
That's not what John Silver wants to do.
Imagine if he could beat Michael Elgin at his own game, though.
Well, he could name his price here in Beyond Wrestling or anywhere in the Indies, but again, I don't think it's what he wants to be doing. That's it, blocked. Oh, wow, from the left side, too, and
that's the intensity that he needs to rely on. Oh.
Good Lord, are you kidding me? Cover, it's over. Good. No, wow.
I don't think there's cruiserweights that do moves off the top with that many rotations. He got taken over with a nasty clothesline.
I hope John Silver has a ride home tonight because I don't think we should let him drive. He's in worse shape than that guy slouched over in the corner by the bar. And that guy definitely needs a ride. John Silver needs to get the hell out of that corner. Unfortunately, it's the ring ropes, the only thing that's holding John Silver up.
He needs to just get completely on the side of the ring from Elgin right now because Elgin's going to try and lift him up from this position.
That's it. Nice step-up kick, but he caught the thick chest of Michael Elgin. You're not going to hurt him that way.
I don't know if he can beat him from this position. I think if he goes for a Hurricane Rana, Elgin's just going to be too strong. He's just going to hold on and shrug him off.
I absolutely agree, DC.
Or even worse, an avalanche-style
Elgin
powerbomb.
Good night. And he's not done.
Oh!
Buckle bomb, no! 2 in.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Here's your winner, #1, John Silver!
Out of absolutely nowhere, after being powerbombed and buckle bombed into oblivion,